Yes, people. So today we're talking about young players. For you, before you play non-league, you need to be able to listen to this, as I'm about to give you advice. If you're about to join a step 3 or step 7 side, particularly in those categories, and I'll explain the reason why I'm not adding 1 and 2 in another video. So if you're looking to go to a step 3 to step 7 side this season, or you're about to go to one, these are the things you need to do to be able to maximize the opportunity that's at hand. Number 1, if you can prove to your manager on pre-season day that you can physically have the capacity to be able to hold off challenges, and number 2, not get bullied, and number 3, that you can run and you got an engine, the most likely of you having a future at the club is looking bright. And I know that from playing in non-league for quite a while, managers love players that could just run. So if you can, number 1, have an engine, you're most likely 50% there. If you have the physical appearance, the most likelihood is that you don't even need to be good, the manager will sign you. But if you don't have the physical appearance, then that's going to come against you. The managers may think twice whether you can then handle the challenges in the game. So that's where right now you got to be bulking. Not bulking in terms of getting mad big, but you need to be doing hypertrophy exercises on your legs and your upper body to ensure that you're filled out, making sure you're eating the 6 meals to 7 meals a day, protein shake, consuming 100 grams of protein a day minimum, etc., in order to put on the mass that's needed, because managers do look at appearance at non-league level more than any other nation in the world. So that's number 1. Number 2 is that you need to be able to have this in your mind. A manager always said this. He said, you're as good as your last game. This is the mentality that you must have. You cannot be even thinking on Sunday about the 2 goals that you were able to set up and the flip-flap that you did or whatever, and the manager coming to you saying, mate, great job. You got to put that to bed. If you carry that into the next game, I guarantee it, you're going to flop. And then guess what? On that Monday, because in non-league, you're going to play Saturday, you're going to probably play Monday, sometimes Tuesday, Mondays, but most likely it's usually Mondays. Listen, if you play dead in that Monday game, the manager is not going to even give you the time of day, majority of them. They will literally forgot what you did on Saturday. So what I'm saying is that you need to be present. Okay, they don't want to sign you off of potential. They sign players based on form. And you need to be able to turn up every game. I'm not trying to say you got to be 10 out of 10, but there's certain things that you cannot do in a game, or like bottling out of challenges, not tracking back, etc. You got to be able to have a plateau level that you always know that I can do this, I can do that, this is my standard, etc. Okay, you're as good as the last game, remember that. Number 3, you need to be direct in your playing style and aggressive. If you're not direct, even as a winger, listen, I know players who've gone from playing under 23s football to go to step 2, step 3 on loan and not even able to score goals. And this is another thing as well. The playing style that, the build-up play in non-league football is quick. When you're playing academy football, and you've got time to build at the back and do your phase of play, at non-league level, they don't give you that time of day. The game is literally 100 miles per hour, and it's craziness. So you need to be able to be aggressive, especially as a winger, especially as a centre mid, whatever. You need to be aggressive. You need to be able to win the second balls. You need to be able to win the second balls and the third balls. Forget about the first one. You need to be agile enough, fit enough to be able to get the second and third ball. If you don't, the game will pass you by and you see yourself getting subbed before halftime. I've seen it happen live many times. Next one, you need to have the ability, the mindset to be able to play in cold weather conditions. See, now everybody's like, yeah, football, I'm on it because the sun's out. When it comes to I say about October, when it starts getting chilly, when the grass starting to get a bit damp and clumpy, November times when the fixtures are picking up, this is when a lot of people fade off. Okay, you need to have the mindset to be able to stand out and be counted. You can't be bottling out of, I know loads of academy players that play poor on cold weather conditions. You cannot turn up the game with your hands in your thermals. You can't do it. Literally, you can't do it. And the reason why is if they see if the other team sees that you're a thermal type player, just a mindset thing. I remember playing as a fullback and seeing players with like young players with thermals. I know you're not about that. I will clatter you. And this is the thing. You know, I'm not saying you can't wear thermals, but I'm saying if you look like you're cold and you're freezing, that you shouldn't be there, and you look like you're cold, it's going to play against you. It's going to be a huge disadvantage. So you need to make sure that you're just going to be, you know, you're going to have the mindset to say, listen, I'm coming to war. I'm coming to war. I used to be that player. I used to hate rain, but I had to change my mindset. And the last one, and the last least one, is be willing and ready to be an impact player. You are not going to be given 4 games. You're not going to get 4 games. You may do, and some occasions, cup games or someone get injured, but you got to be willing to come off the bench if that and just do 15 to 10 minutes. And that is going to be, and sometimes I'll be honest with you, those are very hard minutes. The last 10 minutes of every non-league game is the worst, because this is when either the team is pushing everything, throwing the kitchen sink, throwing everything at you, and you as a young player have got to come on to either be an impact player, to either shut it off, or be able to be an outlet. You need to go in the game 100 miles per hour. So what I'm saying to you while you're on the bench, stay engaged. Don't be on the bench sulking and saying, oh brother, this is dead, man, I'll leave it, man, I want to call my agent, I'm leaving, man. No. Because if you leave, I'm telling you now, don't think because if you're at a step 5 team and you're not getting minutes like you should be, why do you think another step 5 team will give you the same minutes? You understand? You will have to then drop 2-3 levels. This is where, again, if you're 17 and 18, my advice would be if you can get into a first team NC, then great. But if not, always put minutes above everything. But if you have the level and ability like 18, 19, 17, you need to be pushing for first team men's football. You know, under 23 football is not it. It is not it. So yeah, let me know what you think.